Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Today's message is titled, Who's Coming Towards You and What Are They Bringing? And listen, this reading is not about guessing, it's not about wishing, it's not about forcing anything. Something is already moving towards you. It could be a person, it could be an opportunity, it could be a door opening that changes how you see yourself. But whatever it is, it's not random, right? So we're going to look at who or what is approaching you and what it actually brings into your life. And before we get started, just a reminder for a limited time, I still have my 3 questions for $33 available. You can ask me about love, career, money, or if you just need real life or spiritual coaching, I got you. There are things that I can say in a personal reading that I simply can't say publicly. And that link is in the description whenever you're ready. All right, now let's get into it. Take a moment here and meditate on the 3 cards. Pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is card 1 with the lapis lazuli crystal, card 2, the carnelian crystal, and card 3, the green aventurine. All right, let's get straight into it. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Today's message is titled, Who's Coming Towards You and What They're Bringing. And listen, this reading is not about guessing. It's not about wishing. It's not about forcing anything. Something is already moving towards you. It could be a person. It could be an opportunity. It could be a door opening that changes how you see yourself. But whatever it is, it's not random. This energy feels intentional, aware, and timed. So we're going to look at who or what is approaching you and what it actually brings into your life. And before we get started, just a reminder, for a limited time, I still have my 3 questions for $33 available. You can ask me about love, career, money, or if you just need real life or spiritual coaching, I got you. There are things that I can say in a personal reading that I cannot say here on YouTube. So that link is in the description whenever you're ready. Now, let's get into it. Pile 1, your energy drew you here to the lapis lazuli crystal and the page of wands. And this combination already tells me a lot. Lapis lazuli is about truth, confidence, and clear communication. Page of Wands is about curiosity, interest, and fresh movement. So what this tells me about who or what is coming towards you is this. This is something that notices you, something that wants to engage, explore, and initiate, something that brings momentum, not stagnation. This is not tired energy. This is not someone dragging old baggage. What's coming carries spark, attention, and interest. And what I really like here is that this energy doesn't feel entitled to you. It feels intrigued by you. Okay? So, pile 1. You have 6 cards in this pile. 6 cards to go. And each card is going to show us a different layer of what's coming, what energy is approaching, what it brings into your life, how it affects you emotionally, what shifts because of it, what stabilizes, and where this ultimately leads. Now, at the end, I'll break down the total energetic frequency so everything clicks into place. So let's go ahead and pull card 1. Card 1 is going to tell us what energy is actively moving towards you right now. Not what you hoped for and not what you've dealt with before, but what's actually approaching. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your first card. All right, and a card says the ring, That's card 1. Let's go ahead and pull card 2. And then, of course, I will channel both energies together. What is the energy as it does relate? Card 2, you have Seeker. And the card says, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. All right, so let's go ahead and tap into the energy of the ring, and then we'll slide here to the Seeker. All right. Now, so you got the ring as card 1 and the Seeker as card 2. And let me tell you something, this is not casual energy, right? The ring is commitment, continuity, and intention. But not just marriage in the basic sense. This is about someone who thinks in long-term cycles. So what's coming towards you is not experimenting, not browsing, not wasting time. This energy already knows what it wants before it approaches you. And what stands out heavy here is that this person does not move impulsively. They move with purpose and clarity. The ring says, I don't enter unless I plan to stay. So whatever or whoever this is, right, is meant to anchor, not disrupt. All right, and the Seeker. Now the Seeker tells me who this person actually is underneath. See, this is someone who has already questioned life. They've already asked what's real, what actually matters, and what am I building and why? This is not surface level thinking. This person is drawn to truth, depth, and meaning. And that's why they're drawn to you, because your energy doesn't perform, it reveals. And the Seeker doesn't chase chaos. They chase alignment. Okay, now when we put these two energies together, the ring and the Seeker, this is someone who seeks truth and commits to it. Doesn't just want connection. They want conscious partnership. Okay? Isn't impressed by looks alone. They're impressed by substance. And here's the part people miss. This person doesn't come towards you loudly. They come intentionally. So they're watching first, feeling first, deciding first. Then they move. This isn't someone testing you. This is someone saying, if I choose you, I'm choosing you for real. All right, now that we understand who and what this energy is, let's go ahead and move into card 3, because card 3 is going to show us how this affects you emotionally and what starts shifting inside of you when this energy arrives. All right, so let's go ahead and pull card 3. What is the energy as it does relate? What's coming through, Spirit? You got divine timing. I absolutely love the fact that divine timing came through, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when divine time, just let me say this very clear with you, because when this comes out in this sequence, this is not delay energy, this is precision energy. Divine timing says nothing here is random, nothing here is rushed, nothing here is late. So what's coming towards you and who is coming towards you is arriving when you are energetically ready to receive it without losing yourself. Because if this had shown up earlier, it wouldn't have landed correctly. And not because you weren't worthy, but because the container wasn't finished yet. And that's important. So the ring plus the Seeker plus divine timing Now put all three together. The ring equals commitment. The seeker equals truth plus depth. Divine timing equals alignment without force. So this tells me that this connection cannot be forced. It cannot be chased, and it cannot be rushed without breaking the magic of it. And here's the part I want you to hear clearly. This is arriving after you stop asking when and start moving like you already trust life. That's when the door opens. Not when you wait, not when you plan, not when you fully present, but it only happens when you're fully present in your own lane. What this means for you, you're not being tested. You're being protected from half-ready people, premature connections, and repeating old cycles. See, because divine timing doesn't care about urgency. It cares about accuracy. And accuracy is what brings longevity. All right, we're about to go deeper because card 4 is going to show us what changes in your reality once this timing locks in. Not the fantasy, the actual shift. Okay, so let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Okay, thank you, Spirit. What's coming through? We're gonna go here. Yeah. All right, you got the planet Uranus. All right, now look, the card says revolution. So I'm going to tell you what this means as it does relate to your energy here. The planet Uranus is about revolution and breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, and insight, okay? Uranus also is the planet of sudden shifts, liberation, truth snapping into place, and not going back once it happens. This is not change over time energy. This is a hard pivot. And here's the key. The revolution is internal first, not external. Something in you refuses to keep operating the old way. Old expectations, old roles, old patterns in love, work, and how people access you. Done. How this connects to the previous cards. Let's connect the dots cleanly. The ring, commitment, structure, seeker, truth plus alignment. Divine timing, precision, not delay. Uranus, break the old container. This tells me what's coming towards you cannot fit into the old version of your life. So the universe isn't just sending something new, it's upgrading the environment it arrives into. And that's why this feels disruptive, not chaotic, disruptive in the best way. What Uranus does in your life, Uranus says, I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to make you free. Expect sudden clarity, unexpected invitations or conversations, realizations that change how you see someone or yourself. A bold decision that feels scary until you make it. And once it happens, you won't miss the old version of you at all. See, because this is the turning point. This is the card that says, after this, nothing stays the same. But it's not destruction, it's liberation. You don't lose anything real here. You lose what was limiting you. Now listen, card 5 is going to show us what stabilizes after the shakeup, because Uranus always clears space for something better. All right, so let's go ahead and get the energy of card 5. And let's see what's coming through. All right, what is the energy as it does relate? What's coming through, Spirit? All right, so you got the Lovers. Look at that. The Lovers literally showing up with the ring. Y'all, this is a synchronicity. Point blank, period. Clarity family. This is, just let me be very clear about this energy as it relates to everything already on the table, because this is not random. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation. You have the ring, commitment, agreement. The seeker, truth plus alignment. Divine timing, no rushing, no missing it. Uranus, the break from the old pattern. And now the Lovers. That is a full energetic sentence. What the Lover really means here, the Lovers is not just romance, it's conscious choice, alignment of values, mutual recognition, and choosing someone with clarity, not fantasy. This is not a situationship card. This is not temptation. This is not chaos, chemistry. This is I see you, you see me, and we choose each other. And paired with the ring, that's intentional. Now, why this had to come after Uranus? Because Uranus, the planet Uranus, clears out. It clears out old attachments, outdated relationship dynamics, and subconscious patterns. So when the Lover shows up after Uranus, it says, you don't meet this connection until you are no longer willing to shrink, settle, or self-abandon. This love, it meets you post-revolution, not before it. What's coming towards you? What's coming is someone who chooses you clearly, someone who isn't confused about you, someone who aligns with your values and not just your attraction. This is a decision-based connection, not a chase. And the synchronicity noticed is that your intuition clocking truth in real time. Why this feels big? Because it's not just love entering, it's alignment entering. It's love that fits the life you're becoming, not the life you outgrew. Now listen, card 6 is going to tell us how this actually lands in your reality, because the Lovers is the choice, but card 6 shows the outcome. All right, so let's go ahead and get that energy of card 6. What is the energy as it does relate? What's coming through, Spirit? All right, let's see. You got the Ace of Wand energy. And I said Ace of Wand, y'all. This is creativity, it's fire. It's like a new career, new beginnings, travel. And this card this is like perfect timing. Now listen very carefully to what this seals. The Ace of Wands is not small energy. This is ignition, initiation, movement, and desire with direction. This is the spark that actually turns into action. Now, how the Ace of Wands connects everything. Let's read the full energetic energy. The ring is commitment. Commitment is on the table. The seeker. This person comes in consciously, not confused. Divine timing, nothing forced, nothing rushed. Uranus, pattern breaking connection. The Lovers, multiple choice. Mutual choice. Ace of Wands, the moment it starts. The last card says that this doesn't stay theoretical. Okay? This connection moves. It doesn't linger in indecision. It doesn't stay stuck in talking. It doesn't stall. Someone acts. Now, what the Ace of Wands means in real life, this is first move energy, initiation energy, someone stepping forward, not watching from afar. Chemistry that feels alive, but clean. This isn't chaos fire. This is direct fire. You're not wondering, does this person want me? You know. Why this is important for you? Because your pattern in the past was people wanting you, but not choosing you. Chemistry without follow through, and interest without structure. The Ace of Wands at the end of this spread says, this one doesn't hesitate. The total energetic frequency, sealed. What's coming towards you is a conscious connection, a mutual decision, clear intention, action, not words, a beginning that actually begins. This is aligned fire, not burning you, fueling you. And the way this came out, ring plus lovers plus Ace of Wands, that's not casual. That's intent plus desire plus movement. You weren't imagining this energy. You were reading it correctly. If you were feeling like someone was coming into your life, something is about to change, you are absolutely correct. All right? So this is where I'm going to leave you, because what's coming towards you doesn't need over-explaining. It needs space to arrive. Let the energy land, let the clarity settle, and let what's meant to move, move. And if you want this energy applied directly to you, your situation, your timing, your person, your next move, I do have my 3 for $33 still open for a limited time. Ask me any 3 questions: love, money, career, or straight up life clarity. The link is in the description. And remember, what's aligned doesn't rush. What's real doesn't confuse. And what's meant for you, it shows up with intention. I'll see you in the next one. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're tapping into who or what is coming towards you and what they're bringing with them. And let me tell you right now, this is not soft energy. This is not confusion energy. This is not figure it out later energy. This is decisive, intentional, and mentally sharp. Before we get into it, real quick, I do still have my 3 for $33 available for a limited time. You can ask me any 3 questions: love, money, career, or straight up life clarity. If you need spiritual life coaching, direction, or confirmation, I got you. The link is in the description. Now let's get into pile 2. Pile 2, your energy drew you here to the carnelian crystal and the King of Swords. And let me just say this immediately. What's coming towards you is sharp, clear, and intentional. Carnelian is about confidence, momentum, life force, and courage. The King of Swords is about clarity, truth, communication, and authority. So what this tells me is what's approaching you is not guessing. It's not confused. It's not emotionally chaotic. This is someone or something that knows what it wants. and knows how to articulate it. This could absolutely be a person, but it can also be an opportunity, a decision, or a truth that finally gets spoken out loud. Either way, this energy cuts through the noise. Pile 2. You've got 6 cards to go in this pile. And with each card, we're going to uncover what's forming, what's motivating it, what's being clarified, what's being removed, and what's being offered. And also, what locks this all in. So let's go ahead and pull card 1. Card 1 is going to tell us what's initiating this energy. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? What's coming through, Spirit? You got the box. First card. I'm going to go ahead and pull card 2, and then we will channel both energies together. You also have the Destroyer, and the card says, reclaiming what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. Let's go ahead and tap into the energy of the box, and then we'll slide here to the Destroyer card. All right. Okay. Now, listen. The box as the first card is huge because this tells me that what's been shaping your situation has been containment. Not confusion, containment. You have been dealing with limits, restrictions, unspoken rules, or a situation that was clearly smaller than your actual capacity. See, the box shows something that was meant to keep things controlled, neat, predictable, but also stagnant. This could be a person who stayed emotionally boxed in. It could be a job, a role, agreement, or a version of life that asks you to stay inside lines you've outgrown. Now, here's where it gets real. Because right next to it, you've got the Destroyer that came out next. Now, and people misunderstand this card all the time, so let me say this clearly. The Destroyer is not chaos for chaos sake. This card is about reclaiming power from what was slowly draining you. The Destroyer shows up when something can no longer be managed politely, and something can no longer be fixed from inside the box. Something must end in order for life to restart correctly. So when you put the box plus the Destroyer together, this tells me you are done trying to make it work inside something that was never meant to hold you. What's coming towards you is an energy or a person that breaks the container entirely. Not to leave you with nothing, but to prepare you for a life structure that actually fits who you are now. This is intentional destruction. This is strategic release. This is burning down what limits you so you can rebuild from truth. And notice something important. The Destroyer says reclaiming what is potentially destructive. That means that you are taking your power back. You're not being destroyed. You're choosing to end what was destroying you slowly. Now, before we move forward, let me say this. This combination already tells me that whatever is coming next cannot exist inside your old container. The next phase requires honesty, courage, and a clean break. And the total energetic frequency at the end is going to explain what replaces the box once it's gone. So let's keep moving. Let's go ahead and pull card 3. Card 3 is going to show us how this transformation starts to unfold in real time. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. And you have go with the flow. Okay. Now, this is important because this card explains how the box gets dismantled without you burning yourself out. Go with the flow is not passive energy. It's not do nothing and hope. This card shows release of resistance. So up until now, you've been bracing, preparing, anticipating the next hit, and trying to stay 2 steps ahead emotionally or mentally. But here's what's shifting. Once you stop fighting the timing, the unraveling becomes smooth instead of painful. And this card tells me that things begin moving once you stop gripping. Outcomes align when you let life carry you instead of forcing control. And you don't need to micromanage the destruction. It happens naturally. So when you place this with the box plus the destroyer, you are no longer responsible for holding things together. And what's coming does not require struggle. It requires trusting the momentum that's already started. This is the point where conversations happen without you forcing them. Endings clarify themselves and decisions become obvious instead of stressful. And here's the key message coming through clearly. The moment you stop trying to contain the situation, it resolves itself. Now listen closely. This card is also setting us up for what's next because go with the flow means timing takes over, which tells me something external shifts, right? It tells me that there's external shifts here to help you. You're not initiating the final break. Life is. And that's exactly why the next card matters. Let's go ahead and pull card 4. Card 4 will tell us what force or influence pushes this forward. Person, event, or turning point. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate and what's coming through? You got Pisces. The mystic is what the card says. But I'm going to tell you how this energy relates, how Pisces energy relates to what's coming. This card explains how everything you've already seen actually unfolds and why it doesn't happen through force, confrontation, or chaos. Because Pisces, the mystic, is the energy of intuition over logic, surrender over control, unseen movement over loud action. This is not a do more card. This is a let it reveal itself card. And here's how it connects to what's already on the table. The box is structure, rules, limitations you are living inside. The destroyer, something has to dissolve so a new life can form. Go with the flow. Stop resisting the collapse. Pisces, mystic, the universe handles the how. So this tells me that what's coming does not arrive through arguments, ultimatums, forcing clarity, and chasing answers. Instead, it comes through intuition hitting you before logic does. Signs lining up back to back, and someone revealing themselves without you asking. Circumstances changing quietly, but decisively. See, Pisces energy works behind the scenes. So what does that mean in real life? It means that truth surfaces without interrogation, and situations dissolve on their own. And people show you who they are by what they don't do. And clarity arrives in moments of stillness, not stress. And here's the key message Spirit is pushing forward. That you don't need to confront what's ending. You just need to stop saving it. This is also confirmation that you are protected during this transition. You're not meant to micromanage outcomes. What's leaving does so gently, not explosively. Pisces comes in when something needs to end with grace instead of damage. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This card tells me the final outcome isn't destruction, it's alignment. And that's why the next card matters a lot. Let's go ahead and pull card 5. Card 5 will reveal what replaces what's dissolving. The new energy, connection, or opportunity stepping in. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate and what's coming through? What is coming through, Spirit? All right, you have the 6 of coins. This is Earth. It's physical. It does resonate with the Earth zodiacs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. This is also known as the 6 of Pentacles. Now, this is where the tone of what's coming becomes very clear because the 6 of Coins is balance, reciprocity, and fair exchange. This card does not show struggle, okay? It does not show struggle love, uneven support, or someone taking more than they give. Here's what this tells me in plain language, that what's coming meets you halfway. Effort is mutual, not one-sided. Giving and receiving finally feel equal, and you're no longer overextending just to keep something alive. And this ties directly back to the earlier cards. The box. That you were in a situation where rules weren't made for you. The Destroyer. That imbalance had to be broken. Go with the flow. You stop fighting the ending. Pisces, the mystic. The shift happens quietly. 6 of Coins. Fairness replaces exhaustion. This is someone or something that gives without making you beg. Shows up consistently. Doesn't play power games. Doesn't breadcrumb. And if this is a person, they invest time, energy, and presence. And they don't make you question where you stand. They naturally want to give, not withhold. Now, this could be a person or an opportunity. It will come, if this is an opportunity, it compensates you fairly and values your contribution. Doesn't drain your nervous system. It feels sustainable, not stressful. Here's the big message that Spirit is sliding in right now. That you are no longer auditioning for basic respect. This is a turning point where your energy stops leaking. You stop caring more than you share, and things finally feel even. And notice something important. This isn't flashy. It's stable. So which means that this card is going to tell us how solid, the final card is going to tell us how solid this actually becomes. So let's go ahead and pull card 6. Card 6 will reveal the final outcome. And we are so leading towards the total energetic frequency of what's coming towards you after that. Thank you, Spirit. All right. What is the energy as it does relate? Card 6. You have the 5 of Wands energy. This is fire. Okay, at a first glance, people hear 5 of Wands and think chaos. But that is not what this is here. Because in this spread, the 5 of Wands is healthy friction, not dysfunction. Here's what it's actually saying, that you're stepping into movement. You're no longer stagnant or stuck. that there is energy, interaction, and engagement again. And you are no longer isolated in your own lane doing everything alone. And this card shows dynamic energy, not conflict. What's coming involves multiple perspectives, collaboration, stimulation, ideas bouncing, passion, and momentum. And when we layer this with the 6 cards, the message becomes crystal clear. There is activity, but it's fair. There is engagement, but not depletion. This is not fighting for attention. This is not competition for love. This is not proving your worth. This is being in the mix, being seen, being challenged in a way that sharpens you, not drains you. If this is a person, they stimulate you mentally and challenge you in a productive way. And they bring spark without chaos. And they don't try to dominate or control. And if this is an opportunity, it pushes you to grow and stretches you creatively and puts you around active, driven energy, is which I'm picking up both. I'm picking up a person or people and an opportunity where you work with people together. And this wakes you up in the best way. Now, let's put the entire pile together. The total energetic frequency for you, pile 2, is that old constraints are broken, imbalance is corrected, and you move with the flow instead of forcing outcomes. Energy becomes mystical, but grounded. Exchange becomes fair and mutual. Life gets active again without chaos. This is momentum without burnout, connection without power struggles, stimulation without instability. And so the key message Spirit wants you to hear is that you are entering a phase where life engages you, not exhausts you. Pile 2, what's coming towards you isn't loud, flashy, or dramatic. It's real. It shows up because you stopped forcing alignment and started embodying it. And you don't have to chase this. You don't have to prove anything. You just have to stay where your energy is respected. Now, as always, stay grounded. And I send you lots of love and good energy. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Today's message is what's coming towards you and what it's bringing. Now listen, this is not surface level energy. This is not random. This is not coincidence. Something is moving towards you with intention. And it's not showing up empty-handed. So we're breaking down who or what is approaching, why it's showing up now, and what changes in your life moving forward. But real quick, for a limited time, I'm still offering 3 questions for $33. You can ask about love, money, career, timing, decisions, or life direction. And if you need spiritual life coaching, I've got you. That link is in the description. Now let's get into pile 3. Pile 3, your energy drew you here to the green aventurine crystal and the Knight of Wands. Now let me tell you something right away. This is movement energy, but it's aligned movement. The green aventurine doesn't chase, it attracts opportunity. And the Knight of Wands tells me that what's coming isn't timid. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't second guess. So what's approaching you has momentum. It's bold. It's decisive. And it's responding to your frequency shifting. This is the kind of energy that shows up because you're finally ready to receive without scrambling. And now you got 6 cards in this pile. And each card is going to reveal a different layer of what's coming, how it approaches, and what it activates in your life. At the end, I'll channel the total energetic frequency, and that's where everything locks into place. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your first card. This card is going to show what is initiating contact or movement towards you, and whether this is a person, an opportunity, or a shift, this card reveals the spark. So let's go. What is the energy as it does relate and what's coming through? You got the orphan. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card, your second card, and we will channel both energies together. Second card is the hedonist. It says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap into the energy of the orphan, and then we'll slide here to the hedonist. And I'm saying hedonist, y'all. Hedonist. Okay, so let's go. Listen. This is interesting, right? Because you got the orphan paired with the hedonist. The orphan isn't about abandonment here. It's about self-reliance. So this shows a chapter where you learned how to stand on your own without emotional cushioning, without being rescued, without being mirrored. You have already lived through the phase of no one is coming to save me. And that wisdom changed how you move. Now, what's important is this. The orphan energy is closing, not repeating. Now, enter the hedonist. And this is where the shift happens. The hedonist isn't reckless pleasure. It's permission. It's creative energy returning, joy without guilt, desire without survival mode, and receiving without having to earn every ounce of it. So what's coming towards you is not another lonely lesson. It's inexpensive, right? A person or an opportunity that reintroduces pleasure, beauty, and enjoyment into your life after a long period of self-sufficiency. And this energy says that you no longer have to do everything alone. And you're allowed to enjoy what you built. You don't need to be hyper independent to stay safe. There's also a creative or sensual undertone here. Something that reminds you what it feels like to want again. And not because you're lacking, but because you're alive. So what's coming towards you meets that part of you that survived and then invites you to enjoy life again. And that's only the beginning, because the next card is going to show how this energy actually enters and what it becomes once it does. All right, so let's go ahead and move into card 3. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right, you got nature. Nature, of course, it does represent the Earth zodiacs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So that energy could be in the top placements of your birth chart or the birth chart of someone that has a significant role here on your journey. But this card comes in as a regulator. Okay, so after the orphan, self-reliance, the hedonist, permission to enjoy, nature grounds the entire message, and it tells you how this shift actually stabilizes in your life. Nature is saying that what's coming towards you does not live in chaos. This isn't a hyper-stimulating, draining, or performative energy. This is something that feels organic, slow, and embodied. And this can show up as time spent outside, a person who is physically grounded, calm, and present, an opportunity that grows naturally instead of exploding overnight, a lifestyle shift that reconnects you to your body, your rhythm, and your senses. But here's the key message. Your nervous system is part of the manifestation now. You are no longer calling things in through intensity, overthinking, or proving. So what's coming aligns because it feels good to your body and not because it excites your mind. Nature also confirms that whatever or whoever is approaching respects pacing, and it doesn't rush intimacy. It doesn't drain your energy. It encourages balance instead of urgency. So when you put the three together, the orphan, you learned independence. The hedonist, you reclaimed joy. Nature, you stabilized it in real life. This is transition from survival independence to grounded enjoyment. And notice how this energy filters out chaos automatically. Anything that's loud, erratic, or draining won't even stick. All right, so let's move into card 4 because this is where we see what direction this is heading and what kind of future it's trying to build with you. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. All right. Okay. And you got the semi-sextile. This is I'll explain what this is. This is an astrological birth chart, SEMISEXTILE. This is about allowing and ease, right? It is about potential. It's clarifying because a semi-sextile is subtle, quiet, and intentional. It's not dramatic. It doesn't force anything, but it creates opportunity through proximity. Here's what that means in plain language. This energy shows two things moving side by side. Growth that happens through adjustment, not upheaval. A connection or opportunity that develops because you're already in the right vicinity, frequency, or lifestyle. This is not a lightning bolt moment. This is a we're close enough for something real to form moment. Now, what's important about the semi-sextile is that it requires awareness. It rewards consistency. It activates through daily life, not grand gestures. So what's coming towards you is someone already orbiting your world. There's also a situation that grows because you're aligned, not because you chase it. There's also a connection that strengthens through small interactions that quietly stack. This also confirms nothing here is forced, nothing here is rushed, and nothing here disrupts your peace. So when you combine the cards so far, orphan, you learned self-reliance. Hedonist, you reclaimed pleasure. Nature, you grounded your nervous system. Semi-sextile, life meets you halfway. This is the energy of, I didn't even have to strain for this. It just fit. It also explains why chaos can't access you anymore. Semi-sextile energy doesn't respond to drama. It responds to presence. All right, so let's go ahead and move into card 5 because this is where we see what this quietly grows into and what kind of bond or outcome this leads towards. So let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And what's coming through? Card 5. You got the 7 of Swords. It's air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. All right, so the sword energy is also about communication and how you think or what type of communication is happening. The 7 of Swords does not mean betrayal happening to you here. So in this pile, it means discernment activated. This card is showing awareness, not loss. Here's what's actually coming through. You see through illusions now. And you are no longer naive, rushed, or overly trusting. You notice subtle misalignment before it becomes a problem. This card appears after Orphan, Hedonist, Nature, Semi-Sextile. That sequence matters because you don't attract deception anymore. You detect it early. Now, what this means for what's coming towards you, the Seven of Swords here says someone may approach you with partial truth, or an opportunity shows up that looks good, but it needs vetting. Or you consciously choose not to engage because your intuition clocks something off. And here's the key: you're not being tricked, you're choosing wisely. This card shows you walking away from what doesn't deserve access, quietly, cleanly, without drama. No confrontation, no spiraling, no lessons repeated. Just, nah, that's not for me. Now, why this is actually a power card for you? In pile 3, the Seven of Swords is about strategy, boundaries, self-trust, moving smart, not emotional. And it confirms you don't chase, you don't over-explain, and you don't give access just because someone wants it. This is earned wisdom, not cynicism. Okay, now the energetic download is this: I trust myself enough to walk away before things cost me energy. And this card says, you no longer learn lessons the hard way. You recognize patterns early and choose differently. All right, let's pull card 6, because that final card is going to show how this discernment pays off and what locks this entire pile into alignment. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate and what's coming through? All right, you got the Ace of Wands. It's fire, it's creativity. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. Now listen, this is important, okay? Because the Ace of Wands showing up after the Seven of Swords is everything. This tells me that once you decline what isn't aligned, once you clock the energy that don't engage, something new, exciting, and alive enters immediately. This is fresh fire energy. Not recycled, not forced, not delayed. This is a new beginning that feels exciting again. Inspiration returning to your body. Desire, creativity, passion, momentum, and something that makes you say, oh, this is it. This is not quiet energy. This is I'm awake again energy. How this relates to what's coming towards you? What's coming is not the Seven of Swords person or situation. The Seven of Swords was simply the filter. The Ace of Wands is the reward. And once you move smart, once you trust your intuition, the universe responds with a new opportunity, a new connection, a spark that actually excites you, a beginning that doesn't come with anxiety attached. And this can be a passionate connection, a creative opportunity, a bold new direction, or a person who brings chemistry and clarity. This is movement, not waiting. Total energetic frequency, pile 3. Let's pull it all together. Orphan, you became self-sufficient. Hedonist, you reclaimed pleasure and joy. Nature, you grounded and regulated your nervous system. Semi-sextile, slow, aligned, openings. Seven of Swords, discernment without fear. Ace of Wands, new fire, new life, new beginning. And this pile is about upgrading your standards and being immediately rewarded for it. Nothing is taken from you. Nothing is lost. What leaves was never meant to stay, and what arrives is aligned, energizing, and alive. And the spiritual download that I get for you is this: I trust myself, and because of that, life responds quickly. Pile 3, you are not late. You are not blocked. You are not missing anything. You are choosing better, and the universe is meeting you there. And once you stop entertaining what doesn't excite your soul, the fire in you returns, and it comes fast, right? And if you want this energy applied directly to your situation, love, career, money, and timing, my 3 for $33 is still available for a limited time. Ask me anything, honey. No fluff, no fear, no games. Link is in the description. And until next time, sending you love and good energy.